Hey, let's make some memes and flyers with an awesome program called Canva. Here's the address, canva.com. So head there and set up a free account. And once you've done that, you'll see a page that looks like this. So what we're going to do today is make a Facebook meme and a flyer because we're going to have a rally. So we go to create a design up here in the right. And if we can make a Facebook meme, we can, there it is right there. If we type in Facebook, we get all these options come up. Now it's important to pick the right social media platform for what you're making. If I'm going to make a Facebook post, I pick one of these, either one, whatever I like, landscape or square. I'm going to pick square. But if I want to do Twitter, then I'm not going to use the same meme. I'm going to make another meme using the Twitter post because they're different shape and they won't look any good on your social media if you don't pick the right one. Same with Instagram. Make a new meme for every social media platform. But like I say, in this case, we're doing Facebook. So we're let's just say, for argument's sake, that the New South Wales government has handed out billions of litres of brand new water entitlement, and we want to make a meme about it. So we need a picture to have as the background of our meme. So over here on the left, there's some icons down the side here. Go to uploads, and we're going to dive into our computer, upload files here. And this takes us to our system, and we can go through our folders, our files, our pictures, and find the image that we want to use as the background. In this case, this is the bed of the poor old dry Darling Barker River. We wait for that to upload and click it, and it pops up over here on our blank meme. Now I grab this corner, manipulate it, make it bigger, grab that with my mouse, make that bigger. And I want to cover the whole meme with this photo, and I click over here and there it is. Great. Now I want to put our logo. So if I didn't have it right there, I would go upload files, find find my logo in my computer somewhere, wait for that to upload and click it. There it is. No, we won't put it down there. It's a bit busy. We'll put it up here, fit it over there. Sure it fits nice. Is it too big? Is it too small? I think it's okay. If it's too big, we can make it smaller here. If it's too small, we can make it bigger. But just make it so that there's halfway. See the line? Canva gives us guidelines. That's good. That's halfway across. That'll do. Now we need some text. So over here, back down this strip of icons, we go text. Now we've got add a heading, smaller subheading, and then some fine print body text. But we're making a nice big bold statement, add a heading. We'll do it in cap locks. Government gives away billions. That's enough for that little. And we'll make another one. We'll billions of litres of water. That's a mess. We'll separate them. Government gives away billions of litres of water with the stroke of a pen. I'll grab that with my mouse, move it down here. I've got the spelling right. Have for a change. Now we want to fix up this writing. I'd like that aligned to the left. So I go up here to alignment. Yo, good. I want that aligned. And I want that aligned. It's a bit big, so I'll go up to my font size, decrease here till it looks all right. Better put it all on the one line. This one, better make it smaller. What that font is 43. So if I make this one 43, and I make that one 43. Let's see what I got here. Now we just play with it. I'm going to take that billions out of there. I'm going to cut and I'm going to paste it there. Now I don't want it right to the edge of the post. I want it just about there. And now a bit bigger. 51. 51. 51. It's time to just play around, get it in the right spot with the right gaps in between it. Now you can see Canva is telling you that they're equally spaced when it had those little 14 numbers. See, 14, 14. That tells you that that gap is the same as that gap. It's going to look good to the eye. So let's change this color of the text. We'll go up to text color, the A with the rainbow under it. I'd like to make that white. That pops. Government. Have I got my spelling right? Yes. Now, Canva is very clever. It is already selected some colors that match the photo of the dried Darling Barker and that matched my logo. So it's picked out the exact right shade of yellow that matches Healthy Rivers in the logo. Thank you, Canva. We'll use that. And here we'll make that white. Another good thing to do is to make one line italics. We've got bold that already is bolded. Bold is stronger. So there you go. There's a simple little meme. Another good thing to do is to underline things. It gives them a bit more authority. So let's go here to elements over here on the left. All sorts of shapes and image graphics and stickers and all sorts of fun things here. Hours of entertainment playing with all this stuff. But for now, we're going to search for an underline. Oh, caps is on. Let's see, what have we got? Let's just have a basic. What about this one? Let's be a bit dramatic. Okay, see how that's behind the words stroke? That's great. But just say we wanted it in front. There's this option up here, position. I can move that forward. I can move it back. I can move it forward. But I do want it back. I don't like the color. I don't think black is the right color. So I'll go here and it already knows the exact shade of yellow that I've used. I'm also going to move it here. I'm going to make it bigger. It's probably too big, but there you go. Look, 14, 14, 14. It's in the right spot there. What I also could do is use this circle with the arrows in it to spin it around. 90 degrees, there you go, 50, 20 degrees. In this case, I'll leave it at 0 degrees. But if I wanted to, I could give it an angle. Check my spelling. Government gives away billions of litres of water with the stroke of a pen. At the stroke of a pen might be better. Maybe not, maybe. Anyway, that's how easy it is. Now, that's a quick little meme. Now, again, if I was doing one for Twitter and one for Instagram, I would make fresh memes with the right shape. So now that I've done that, I go up here to share, download, download, downloading. Congratulations. So now you can go into the folder where your things download to and upload that to Facebook. And that's how easy it is. But now let's do something a little bit more complicated. Let's do a flyer. So we've got a rally coming up on the weekend. We need to bring some people around. We want to print out some flyers to leave in shops and put on billboards in supermarkets. We know how we do this stuff. That's what we do. So we want it to be an A5 size, which is half an A4 sheet of paper. So let's search up here, create a design again. Up here in the right, A5. Oh, A5 document. Yes, please. Okay, we're going to make a flyer. We'll just start with a blank page. We don't want a template. But I'm no great artist. I like to see a color palette. I want to choose a nice color palette. I want to make sure that the colors don't clash, that they're pleasant to the eye. Here is a great website. Here is its address, coolers.co. Coolers.co. And here is the website I like to go to explore. And these are all the trending popular palettes, color palettes. It's obviously American spelling there. You just have a browse here, some really cute ones, some colors that just go well together and are pleasing to the eye. I like that, but I think I'm going to use this one over here. So the background of my flyer, I'm going to choose this pale color, and then the text and some of the shapes, I'm going to come back and use some of these colors. So I want to use this one first as my background. I'm going to click it and it's going to copy. I'm going to go back to Canva. Now we want to go to background. And as I said, if you haven't got background there, go into apps. I think that's where you'll find it. Once you've found it, you should have it up there on your left. We go background, color palette, because I want my own color. I don't want any. I could go and pick one of these, you know, oh, there's a water one. But no, I'm not going to do that because I've got a free account and I have to pay for that. So we're not doing that. I want to pick this color palette. And I want to pick this, add a new color with the square with a rainbow around it. Now down here, I'm going to paste in what I copied. And there's the color that I picked on Coolers. Cool. Next thing I want to add, I've got to think about the content of the flyer. Now, it's good to have a little checklist. Here's a very basic checklist of what you should have on a flyer. 5 elements. It needs a clear, concise goal or a purpose. We've got to have a popping headline. In the content, there's got to be motivating message in the content. It's good to have a graphic or a picture. And you've got to have all the basic information like where it is, when it is, so that people can turn up. So, okay, let's go for some popping headlines and goals and purposes and things. Let's work on the top of this. So we want to add some text, big, bold text. We want to say what we want people to do. We want them to come to our rally, exclamation. Okay, so we can manipulate this text. Let's put it, squash it up so that it's like that. Let's move it up the top corner. I can change the font over here to that one, or, oh yeah, that's okay. Well, let's use that one. Anyway, there's heaps of fonts, you know, and the sort of fonts that you're used to. Yeah, let's do that one. Yep. Okay, well, I can't make that bold. Yep, no, that's okay. We'll go with that one. I want to change the color of this. I want to make this text white. And see this little duplicate icon? I'm going to hit that, doubles it up, as you'd expect. Now, if I change the color of the second one to one of the stronger colors on my palette, like this stronger color, copy that one. Back here, I want to change the color of that text to this color. Like that. I've just got to move it a little bit so that that shadow makes my words pop. It's hard to get it just exactly right, but I will do it eventually. Yeah, it's not quite right. Move it down a little bit. Yeah, it's hard when it's a bit this small, actually. I'll make it a bit there, almost. Have a play around, just get that just right. Can take a little bit of time. And I think that's not quite right. But for these purposes, we'll leave it at that. Let's underline this. Everything's better when it's underlined. Well, not everything, but at least one item. Let's find a different underline. Underline. A nice simple one. I don't like that color of the underline, so let's make it our nice strong color. And now we want to move it up here. I might give it a little bit of a twist. Yep, I like it. And now we want to make it urgent. So let's put a little bit more text over this side, because remember we want popping headline and a clear, concise goal or purpose. So we want people to come to our rally, but what is the reason that we want them to come? We want them to come to defend nature, and we need them to do it right now. So how's our palette? Yeah, we've got our strong color. Let's use this color. Get some more text, add a heading. So we're going to say defend nature and tell them to do it right now. Right now are words that are often used in political, in environmental advocacy. We like to make things immediate, make things, give things immediacy. Now we've got different fonts going on. We don't want too many fonts. Let's go back to this copper plate. Let's keep using that one. Anyway, we'll stick with it. Now this particular font, I can't make it bold or italics, but others you can. So we'll choose the color. The color of this writing, we went over and we chose that green. Yeah. So we'll stick with that. And then we want, you often see in graphic design a lot of shapes behind text, which is a really good trick. So let's have a look here. Lines and shapes. Let's grab a circle. Now it's picked that color, but let's go that darker color. Let's grab this color and make the circle that color. Oh yeah, that works all right. Now we have to manipulate the size of this circle, make it bigger. Yes, I don't really think that font's working for me, but anyway, just for this exercise, we'll stick with it. Okay, so we've got our headlines. It's popping. People know what we want them to do, and they know there's a sense of urgency. It's right now. So in our content, we've got to have a motivating message. Okay, so we need some more text here. So we'll use a subheading slightly smaller. So nature's under threat from dangerous and greedy developers. We'll not put all our text in the one. It's a good idea to have a few text boxes so that you've got more control. Well, let's just call them greedy, not dangerous. They could get angry with us. Sometimes making our enemies angrier than we have to can work against us sometimes. Developers. I can't see that. Let's move that so I can see. Why is it different to that? Bold, not bold. Okay, nature's under threat from greedy developers. Let's do another one. Add a subheading. You can help. Give people some power, some agency. You can help. Let's make that a bit bigger. Okay, we'll need to make some changes to this basic text. Let's go for the shape again. We'll make that a bit smaller actually, because this has got to print out and it's going to be too big if we don't shrink it down a bit. So that's 19. Let's make this 19. And we'll leave that a bit bigger. We want this stuff centered. Nature is under threat. Canva tells us that is centered, that is spaced well, that is the center that way, nice. That's the center. Okay, thank you, Canva. And again, that's the center and that's nicely spaced. There, that's better. Okay, let's change the color of this text. Well, I'd like another shape, I think, behind. Actually, we're going to add an image because a graphic or an image is pleasing to the human eye. So let's go upload, have a search, grab our image. We're worried about this bird. We're going to get this picture of this bird. It's going to go in here. And if we put this in here, yeah, that's good size. Now, when we go to change the color of this text, let's go back to text, and we go up here. It's picked out the colors of the bird and interpreted them for this. So we can match the color of that text with the color of the bird photo. And I think if we choose a darker, leave that as a bright poppy white, and then put a shape behind these words here. So we go back to elements, get a shape. We're going to change that color. Move it, center it. Is it too big? It's okay. We're going to change the color of this shape to the color of the bird. Yeah. Have a play around. I don't love it that much, but maybe we'll choose a color from our palette. What have we not used? Well, I think we've got everything over here. That's good. So we'll choose. Oh, no, I think we'll leave that. Maybe we'll make this a bit bigger. Make this a bit bigger. I'm going to make that white. Make that italics. Okay, and now we need, the last thing is all our contact information, everything people need to know. So that's more text, subheadings. We want to tell people when. I'm going to put that in the dark color from our palette, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller because when you print this out, that'll be plenty big enough. I'll make that 16. So now that I've got the color and the size of my when, I'm going to duplicate it, move it down here, and overtype it to where. Then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to duplicate it and move it down here and say bring. Overtype it. Now, need some more text, another subheading. We'll say when it's going to be on Saturday, the 20th of whatever. We're going to make that, put that down here. Make that a lot smaller. That's probably going to be like, say, even, let's try 12. Yep. It's going to be white. It's going to be aligned that way. And we can put time in here. That's on our checklist at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. People like a start and finish time for things. Now that's good size and color. So I'm going to duplicate that, move it down here, overtype it with, I'm going to say Central Park, New York. That's where it is. And we're going to bring, so I'm going to duplicate that, move it down here, overtype it. Got to highlight it so I can overtype it. Want you to bring your banners, your sunscreen, and a chair. So it'll be a rally, but we'll be resting. This needs to move over. Now it's just a matter of getting this to where we want it. Move that, align that. See, Canva tells us when it's aligned. Again, there, lined up. There, lined up. And make sure our spacing looks okay. Look, that's okay. But I want another shape. I want another shape. I love the shapes. We'll grab this shape. And I do like that color. So we'll put this here, manipulate that size. There, we'll take it a bit in from the edge. That's it. Okay, so we've got everything on there except who we are. And so you'd have a phone number in there, you know, just make sure you've got all the information that you need people to have. All we need now really is our logo. And there's our logo because we used it before, or we could look for it on our computer. Central West Environment Council, make it smaller, make it longer. No, that won't work. Make it a bit smaller. That'll be right when it is printed out. Okay. Now, of course, you could put a little bit more time in that, get the colors a bit better, pick your fonts a bit better, but it's pretty easy and pretty quick. So again, all I do is share that. I can do all sorts of fancy things in Canva, but just stick to the basics just to get started. I pick download, and there it is. It's on my computer, ready to use.